South Korea is divided into two groups of people. One group supports the mafia, particularly ones who don't believe in politics and dislike their leaders for being slow, biased, and corrupt. They are drawn to Jungkook, the mafia leader, who is straightforward. No school or university dares to show favoritism out of fear of Jungkook. Everyone feels safe because if someone commits a crime, Jungkook deals with them directly without waiting for law and order. This quick, albeit illegal method has made him a hero among the younger generation. The second group consists mostly of older people who want peace. They are not comfortable with Jungkook's men roaming around with guns to solve problems. They prefer a proper system and therefore support Kim Jong-hoo, a 50-year-old political leader who is trying to eradicate the mafia from Korea. He was succeeding until 25-year-old Jungkook took the mafia's helm, slowly becoming a hero to the younger generation. Then there's you, YN, the daughter of leader Kim Jong-hoo and the girlfriend of mafia leader John Jungkook. Your life is complicated. Your father is not ready to marry you off to a mafia leader, while Jungkook is not ready to let you go. You are torn between your father's reputation and Jungkook's possessiveness. You and Jungkook dated in college for 2 years without knowing his identity. When you found out, you tried to break up with him, but it wasn't easy. He hid his identity, and though you loved him, his domineering nature made you uncomfortable. One morning, you were sitting at a long dining table with your parents, grandparents, and some other people who had come to see you. Your father was in a hurry to fix your marriage, fearing you would run away with Jungkook. Your dad said, "She is our daughter, Mr. Park. YN, beautiful and educated, kind-hearted like your son, Park Jimin, is looking for in a bride. By the way, why didn't he come?" He couldn't finish his sentence as you heard a voice.
I am sorry, I got stuck in traffic and everyone turned to him except you. You sat quietly with your hand down as your father continued. No, son, you're right on time. I was just telling them about our daughter Wine. You heard phrased as he mentioned your name, assuming he must be looking at you. Your dad, come sit beside your bride to be. You wondered why your father was so sure you would like him. You shifted closer to your mother as Jimin sat beside you. Ryan, you're lucky he came from Australia just to meet you. He really liked your photo. Jimin mother said, and you gave her a shy smile, feeling butterflies from Jimin's voice and presence. You were curious to see his face but could only see his blue outfit. Sir, can I talk to Ryan alone if you don't mind? Jimin asked. Sure, son, she's all yours. Your dad replied, making you more nervous as you heard him chuckling. You stood up and bowed to everyone before turning to Jimin. As you turned, you finally saw his face smiling at you. You smiled back and you gestured him to walk to the left side. You looked back and gave your dad thumbs up, which made him smile, then hurried to walk beside Jimin. You let him enter your room first and followed behind, but he immediately turned around and your head bumped into his chest. He held you from falling, making you feel comfortable and soft, and like Jungkook loved and tattooed embrace. Are you okay? Jimin asked softly with a small nervous smile. You nodded, trying to come out of his grip, but his smile confused you. He gestured you for to sit and compiled, sitting on a bed while he took his time to stare at you before speaking. It is true that I came from Australia just to see you, and I'm happy I made that decision. You're so beautiful. Jimin said. You muttered thanks shyly. He then asked, do you have any boyfriend? Is someone forcing you into this marriage? This sudden question made you freeze. Jimin insisted. I asked you something, Ryan. You stammered. Who told you? So I was right. You were seeing someone. I guess there is no point in continuing this conversation. He stood up ready to leave, but you panicked and grabbed his arm. You, please don't go. You pleaded. Jimin sighed and took his arm out of your grip. Come sit, he said, waiting for you to comply. I felt it because you didn't show any interest when I entered your house, so it's better to tell me about your past and why you suddenly changed your mind. You confessed. I dated John Jungkook. Jimin raised an eyebrow. John Jungkook, the mafia leader? You nodded. Jimin chuckled. Wow, father collecting votes to remove the mafia and daughter dating the mafia. What a duo. His sarcasm stuck, but he wasn't wrong. I didn't know he was from a mafia family at that time, you explained. Jimin asked, are you over him now? You nodded. Second question, why do you want this to work? I mean us. You hesitated. I am confused. I liked you first, but But, Jimin prompted, but I saw you biting your lip, you admitted. He laughed at your confession, but it was necessary. You liked him, he is good looking, soft spoken, and most importantly, your dad's choice. Jimin reassured, exactly, my lip, not yours. His straightforwardness left you speechless. Listen, Vine, I am like this, a total pervert. I talk like this normally. If you like this side of me, we can go outside and talk to our parents about us. In one condition, if you stop talking like this with other girls, you demanded. He laughed and moved closer, making you nervous. He lifted your chin to make you look at him and promised, I can do that. My power talk will come out only in front of you. I promise. He winked, making you blush and him laugh at your shyness. You are a shy girl. I like making you. It's a match. Let's go give this news to our parents, Jimin declared. The same night, time skip. You were chatting with your fiance on your new phone. Yes, fiance, because your marriage got fixed. Jimin had some work to complete before coming back to Korea to marry you and take you to Australia. You talked for almost 2 hours and started liking him more, feeling more comfortable with him than you ever did with Jungkook. Jungkook loves you, no doubt, but he is possessive and very dominating. He tried to control you, he forced you to leave your family. These little things made you disliking him. But then you got a call from an unknown number, making you shiver. You had an idea who call it was, so you hurriedly cut it. After the phone call cut off, you slowly pick up your phone again as Jimin was on chat, but then your phone rang again and you flustered, dropping it on the floor. As you saw the screen, you started crying in relief. It was Jimin calling. You quickly picked up. Why did it take so much time to pick your fiance's call? Jimin asked you. I was in bathroom. You replied trying to sound normal while wiping your tears. You had told Jimin about Jungkook being your boyfriend, but you didn't want to tell him that Jungkook is still behind you. You feared Jimin would run away scared of Jungkook. Showering, he asked naughtily, expecting a playful answer from you, but you weren't on your senses. You felt Jungkook's presence around you. Ryan, are you okay? Jimin's concerned voice broke through your panic. Jimin, he's here. You started stuttering in fear as Jungkook was actually there. Who? Jimin asked. You screamed when you felt someone's hands wrapped around your waist. Ryan, are you okay? Why did you scream? Jimin's worried voice echoed from the phone, but you couldn't reply. You were sobbing and shivering in Jungkook's arm. The hands that used to make you feel safe and calm now scared you as hell. You recognized his tattoos. It was definitely Jungkook. Ryan, Jimin called out again. Will you shut him up or I do? Jungkook threatened. Jimin heard it, but before he could react, you cut the call and threw the phone away. Good girl, Jungkook murmured, snuggling his face into your neck, making you sob. He then turned you around and cupped your face. Jungkook, baby, why are you so scared? I came, didn't I? He asked dramatically, as if he really doesn't understand who is responsible for your fear. Hush, I miss this face so damn much. Why did you leave? He continued. We had broken up, you stammered. Oh, come on, who breaks up over such a small thing? Forget that all man and come with me. We'll be happy forever, Jungkook insisted. No, please, Jungkook, I can't leave my parents. My dad's reputation would be ruined. You pleaded, your voice shaking with fear. You had only told him you wanted to break up because of your dad. You never mentioned his overpossessiveness nature that made you uncomfortable and unsafe around him. Jungkook, do you think your dad is a good man? No one. He's also hungry for power. He wants to rule Korea like me. The only difference is I don't hide anything. If I someone I admitted, unlike your dad, at least I show people the real side of me, Jungkook argued. Listening to his words, you started crying. You know your dad isn't a good person either. You don't want either your dad or Jungkook in your life. You want to fly far away from both of them, and that would only be possible if you married Jimin and settle with him in Australia. Come with me, baby, Jungkook urged. No, please, Jungkook. You begged as he started dragging you towards the window. You resisted with your all strength, crying your lungs out. Jungkook, please, no, I don't want to come, he cried. I can't live without you, and I know you can't live without me either. You have just become blind in your dad's love. Jungkook said he opened the window and was ready to jump down with you, but then someone making him let off your hands. He stared at your crying face for a few seconds before jumping out, saying, I will come back, you're mine, remember this. Guards rushed in and started firing out of the window while you stood there frozen until your dad came into your room and took you into his arms. You immediately burst into tears on his chest. Dad, please save me. He will take me with him. You cried. Your dad voice softened as he comforted you. Shh, he won't be able to do anything to you. But then his tone shifted abruptly as he yelled at his guard. Some guard jumped out of the window while others left through the doors, determined to follow his orders. Your dad guided you to sit on the bed, sighing as he looked at your frightened, broken state. The fear of the Mafia leader John Jungkook was evident on your face. Ryan, you don't need to be scared of the Mafia. You are the daughter of Kim Jong-ho, who runs half of Korea. If he has power, we have power too. We cannot take you away from Kim Jong-ho. You will go with whoever I send you, and he wouldn't even be my last choice. Despite your dad being equally dangerous as your ex-Mafia boyfriend, you still prefer him over Jungkook. He went out and left the house likely to deal with the Mafia himself. Your mom took you to her room to make you sleep with her, but you couldn't sleep that night. Every time you closed your eyes, you felt like Jungkook would come and take you away. The thought of waking up in his arms is worse than any nightmare. You lay there, staring at the ceiling, unable to shake off the feeling of dread. Every sound made you jump, every shadow seemed like it could be him. Your mom tried to comfort you, but nothing could calm the terror inside you. The memory of his words, I'll come back, you're mine, remember this, echoed in your mind, making sleep impossible. As the night dragged on, you realized that escaping Jungkook would be long and difficult battle. On the other side, Jungkook was in the bar area of his mansion drinking and recalling moments with you. Suddenly, your father arrived with his cards. Jungkook, ever the confident and sarcastic figure, poured a drink into a glass for his unexpected guest. Definitely a very powerful man who dared to come here, Jungkook remarked sarcastically. Leave Wan alone, your dad demanded. Exactly that, I would say the same. Leave Wan free. Let her marry her love, Jungkook retorted, not missing a beat. I am not your dad, your father replied calmly. Oh, you don't like that? Okay, I'll call you father-in-law. After all, I'm marrying your daughter, Jungkook said with a sly smile. Unable to hold his patience any longer, your dad lunged at Jungkook, grabbing him by the collar angrily. She will never marry you, understand? Jungkook's tone turned dangerously low. I know you are all and my girlfriend's father, so I should respect you. But think before your actions. You have reached the Mafia's collar. Sensing the threat, your dad retracted his hand, still fuming. Free my daughter and take Korea, your dad offered. And what if I say the same? Give me wine and take Korea, would you? Jungkook countered. She is my daughter, Jungkook, not any doll to be sold to you in exchange for Korea, your dad spat back. Same father-in-law, she is my girlfriend, not anyone's dog, Jungkook replied calmly. She is my daughter, you idiot. You. Your dad threatened. Jungkook leaned back in his chair, stretching his arms, clearly enjoying your dad's helpless state. Go and spend time with her, because I'll come back soon. This time, you will not be able to stop me. You will have to walk over mine to reach her, your dad warned. Then get ready to. Jungkook smiled. It's not that easy. If I'm standing here and you didn't kill me, it means I hold some power, your dad retorted. I'm sparing your life because I genuinely want you to spend time with her, because you won't be able to see her face after I bring her here. Jungkook replied. We will see who will not see whose face, your dad shot back. I like challenges, Jungkook said with a smile, turning his chair backward to the bar counter, signaling your dad to return to you.